I'd like you to join me for a contemplation on the fire element. The fire element has the specific qualities of heat, of light, and of expansiveness. We can see a connection between the fire element on the physical level with any form of pure energy. Perhaps this could be heat coming from a flame. Maybe it could be light from the sun, or electricity from various sources. We could even correspond the fire element with radiation and other forms of energy. Likewise, we might be able to consider some physical substances as having more connection with fire. Maybe those which are very good insulators or very flammable and can release energy very quickly. If we contemplate the interaction between mankind and the fire element, our mind immediately comes to the sun. The sun, of course, is our greatest ally. It allows us to see, it makes plants grow, and we know that just having that sunlight on us is healthy. We also know that you can't be too exposed to the sun or you'll burn, and that looking directly at it can have some very painful consequences. So we know that fire can be a great ally, but also a terrible enemy. As soon as we learn to use fire, we used it to transform things and as a weapon. Transform in the sense of cooking, and where we take something that has the potential to be eaten and transform it into a far more safe and more nutritious form. We also make things from fire. So we use fire to mould things like a blacksmith would, or someone casting something from metal. Sometimes these tools we make are weapons for defending ourselves or for gaining property or power. Many weapons are actually fire put into a weaponized form. So modern weapons are like guns, involve the burning of gunpowder in order to work as an accelerant to fire a projectile. Ancient weapons, like arrows, were often coated in fire in order to burn down buildings. We could even see a nuclear bomb as a form of weaponized fire, in the sense that it's pure energy being released. Fire has a hypnotic quality. We find it very hard not to look at a fire if there's one in the room. I think it's the same with lights and with televisions. And we find it comforting to have a fire near us. Having our own fires provided warmth, and we tend to find ourselves able to live in different environments due to the warmth that fire offers. So in a sense, it offers us safety against cold and inhospitable environments, as well as safety against enemies and maybe animals. Fire also allows us to light our way, and a light bulb, of course, is normally the hottest thing in a house, and it's from that heat that we get this light. We talk about a trial by fire, and this is also a transformational process. So just like this cooking improves things, or the fire is used to make new tools. A trial by fire is something that we talk about that improves our personality. In our personality, we can see manifestations of the fire element. When we have a strong fire element that is under our control, the qualities are associated with willpower, with a purpose, with energy. A fire personality type will be a warm, decisive character. The person who is manifesting a positive fire will be a very hard worker, will be very productive, will have a great clarity of mind. We can think of this character as a strong leader, a protector, a warrior. This person will be inspiring, hardworking and outspoken and have an ability to connect with people. We also tend to see these personality types as being very fast. They talk quickly, they do things quickly, and this speed is associated with the fire quality in many other respects. So the fire element personality will see time differently, and if things aren't quite working, could get frustrated very easily. Now that I've mentioned the first quality that can occur when the fire element isn't manifesting positively, I'd like to talk a little bit about the manifestation when the fire in the personality is controlling the person and not the person controlling the fire. The fire element could also be associated with anger, and indeed we use a lot of terms to describe someone getting angry associated with fire. Their blood was really boiling, they really blew their top, they were red-faced is another common phrase like that. We can imagine someone being hot-headed as well as being someone who has a terrible temper. The negative expression of fire would be impatience, would be a urge for power, for dominance, would be someone who'd walk over other people to achieve their goals, would put the selfish wants of themselves or even that the higher goal that they really believe in before other people's emotions. The power-crazed, highly critical tyrant would be a characteristic of this negative fire. A bully, someone with very little patience. These are all qualities where the fire element is not under control. We also associate with the fire element with sexuality. People talk about fiery passion and old flames, and a fire element personality would be a very good lover, but also might have some problems controlling that quality. In the body, a fire element personality would be very warm naturally, very hardy, would be athletic, tends to be of quite a muscular, defined build. They tend to have very good health and to be able to fight off any form of infection very quickly. When it goes wrong, the fire personality tends to have problems with their eyesight. They can have stomach ulcers. They can have problems with their liver or their gallbladder. Acid reflux is another association. And because of their fire elements, you'll often see that they indulge in things that don't help. So a fiery person will love spicy food, they'll love stimulating things, they'll like to have caffeine or to have anything else that really hypes them up. Often they'll actually eat their food very, very quickly and too hot, so you can kind of see how this fire element personality, when not completely in control, can lead to some of these health problems. A lot of the fire element is associated with the head. And you've probably heard the term firebrand to mean a very ambitious person who's full of energy. This full of energy person will often hold their head forwards, and you'll see this in characters who use this fiery connection as part of their life. This could be a comedian, they often use this kind of gesture, but also in fighting we kind of see this as a standard fighting gesture. The movement of the head forwards is seen as an aggressive posture. These are the very physical manifestations of the fire element. This is my contemplation on the fire element. I'd be very interested to hear your own insights. Please leave any comments you have or anything you feel that could be added below.